Good
How are
morning.
you?
Come on in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's so good to see you, Chad.
Can I close this?
Yes, please. Thank you. Come in. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tiffany
Can
Webb.
you not read?
Mrs. Heltzel, I'm not here to solicit.
And why are you here?
I'm here for your hospice visit. We spoke on the phone yesterday.
How do I know you're the same person?
Fair point.
It's the only point, young lady. So please, enlighten me.
Well, we talked about Nurse Boyle visiting with you last week and her enrolling you in our program. Then we scheduled this follow-up for today at 9 o'clock. We can call to verify who I am if that would make you feel more comfortable.
And leave you standing here looking like that.
I can wait in my car.
Whatever. Just come in.
The United States' involvement in the Vietnam War began in February 1961 and lasted until May 1975. Approximately 2.7 million American men and women served, and more than 58,000 service members lost their lives, and more than 2 million Vietnamese civilians and soldiers. Both men and women served in a variety of roles, women serving most often as nurses. In addition to the stresses of war, service members faced other challenges like lack of unit cohesiveness, environmental hazards, and America's failure to welcome them back home. Today in the U.S., nearly 50% of older men served in the military, an experience that shaped their lives in complex ways. Memories of this service can re-emerge later in life or appear for the first time at the end of life. While some memories contain positive experiences, others might include potentially traumatic events. A traumatic event involves exposure to actual or threatened death, serious injury, or sexual violence. However, people can have different perceptions of whether similar events were traumatic. It's important to consider that some reactions and interactions you experience might be shaped in part by the patient's military experience.
You're right, Mr. Bloom. We usually don't keep track of the hours we sleep. But if you had to guess, would you say you sleep less than 4 hours a night or more than 4 hours a night?
Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you. I brought my own. I also have some fresh sauce. I appreciate that, but I'm fine.
Get back. Get back!
You're okay, Mr. Bloom. Just breathe through your nose. Mr. Bloom? Mr. Bloom, breathe through your nose like you're smelling a rose.
I appreciate you inviting me in.
Yeah, well, you caught me off guard.
A lot of people feel that way when a nurse comes to visit.
Has nothing to do with being a nurse.
May I put my things in here, or would you prefer I put them in the kitchen?
Here is fine.
Mrs. Heltzel, I noticed your newsletter. Are you a veteran?
I was a nurse at the 91st evac in Vietnam.
That must have been quite an experience.
That's one way to put it.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, includes re-experiencing traumatic events through unwanted memories, nightmares, or flashbacks. Sometimes people struggle to remember key aspects of their experience, even when they want to. A person may even avoid thoughts, feelings, or reminders of their experience altogether. Other symptoms of PTSD can manifest as depression, self-blame, negative thoughts about oneself and others, or withdrawal from others and one's interests. Some people feel emotional numbness or have difficulty experiencing positive emotions. The stress of being on guard can be lifelong or can resurface later in life as trouble concentrating, problems sleeping, feeling startled, irritable, agitated, or aggressive.
I care for a lot of veterans, and we find sometimes later in life that they start thinking about their military service more, which can seem odd because it was so many years ago. Is that something you've noticed?
You don't want to know what I'm thinking.
If you feel like it's important and you're willing to share with me, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
It doesn't matter. Aren't you supposed to be taking my blood pressure or something?
Along with a few other things. But I want you to know I'm here to support you any way I can. Is that a bonsai?
It was my husband's.
I was sorry to learn of his passing.
Do you want to just do this at the table?
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I guess if I had to describe it, I'd say I feel helpless.
Are you feeling that way more now? Other than these breathless episodes, has this feeling affected you in any other way?
He's been sleeping in the guest bedroom since we returned home from the hospital. Won't say why, he just says it's for the best.
Traumatic memories arising later in life may catch a patient off guard, especially when trauma occurred years ago. Some patients may disengage, hesitate to talk, but underneath want to be heard by an accepting person. Others prefer not to talk, but welcome help to feel more safe, at ease, or in better spirits. PTSD may further complicate the dying process, making recognition of symptoms essential. Awareness can lead to a better understanding, as well as a deeper appreciation of the patient's experience. Through this, individuals and families can navigate the end of life feeling less alone and more understood.